If I could build on that real quick, brother.
Yeah, go for it, brother.
And also, from the time of 600 BC until now, even you so-called Black Latino Native Americans don't look like how y'all looked like back then.
Exactly.
Because we've been spread out and mingled through all nationalities. This look that we have now ain't the look of a Hebrew Israelite.
And on top of that, so all you people thinking Black, Latino, Native American, if you look this way, then you're Israelite. If you don't look like that, then you're not Israelite. You don't know. You can't prove that. Can you get me Matthew the 3rd chapter, actually? You had that drop it, but bring this out. Yeah, I want this, but real quick, I just want to say this. You really feel like you know what an Israelite looks like. You feel like you know what an Israelite looks like. You don't go off of looks. The Lord, the Most High don't deal with looks. Can you,
3rd chapter.
Hold that, and go to 1 Samuel 16, verse 9. Because it's not about looks, man. It's about the spirit. Like it says in Romans, the 8th chapter, the spirit beareth witness with my spirit that we are the children of God. What is another word for children of God? Prince of the power. Okay? Now, bring that out.
1 Ezra chapter 5, verse 7. And these are they of Jewry that came up from the captivity, where they dwelt as strangers from Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon.
So this is about to list off the Jews that came out of Babylon and they were coming back to the Holy Land, because the Lord always leaves a remnant, but this is about to list off all the Jews that came out of the Holy Land. I'm not even going to let this brother read this whole list, just for the simple fact that I don't want to waste all his oxygen, basically, because it's a long list, man. We're talking about thousands and thousands of people that couldn't prove who they were. Now just read up to like verse 10 and 12 and then skip to 37.
Carried away into Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away unto Babylon. And they returned unto Jerusalem and to the other parts of Jewry, every man to his own city, who came from Zerubbabel with Jesus, Nehemiah, and Zacharias, and Resahias, Hananias, Mardochius, Bel Zaras, Rehelius, Rohemius, and Bana, their guides. The number of them of the nation and their governors, sons of Pharaohs, 2,172. The sons of Saphat, 472. The sons of Aries, 756.
Now, basically, it goes on like that, letting you know thousands, hundreds, just groups of people, from hundreds to thousands are coming out of Babylon. And now skip to 37. Yeah.
Neither could they show their families nor their stock how they were of Israel.
Now, these people could, none of them could show that they're really Israelites. None of them could prove it. They don't, and they went to captivity. They left Israel. They are Israelites, but they can't prove it. They can't tell you, look, this is my father, this is my father's father, this is this is that. They can't tell you that they're Israelites. So what happened?
How they were of Israel, the sons of Ladan, the sons of Ban, the sons of Nekodan, 652. And of the priests,
don't skip.
And of the priests that usurped the office of the priesthood, and were not found, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Akaz, the sons of Adas, who married Ogiah, one of the daughters of Barzillus, and was named after his name. And when the description of the kindred of these men was sought in the register and was not found, they were removed from executing the office of the priesthood.
So when they looked and they couldn't find these people in the register, they had to tell them that, yo, you can't be a part of the priesthood. And it even goes deeper than that. Keep reading.
For unto them said Nehemiah and Atharius that they should not be partakers of the holy things, till there rose up an high priest clothed with doctrine and truth.
So it said that these people couldn't partake in the holy things until a high priest that was clothed in doctrine and truth came up. Now who's that high priest? Who's the high priest? Read that again.
For unto them said Nehemiah and Atharius that they should not be partakers of the holy things, till there rose up an high priest clothed with doctrine and truth.
Now it says that they can't partake in these things because we can't prove who they are. So we have to wait until a high priest that's clothed in doctrine and truth comes up. Now who's that?
Prophet.
No, who is that prophet? Who is that high priest that came to redeem the people? Yahushua, exactly. So they said that until a high priest comes up, we can't even. You can't even be a part of this. You can't even be. You can't be an Israelite. So now look at us. About 2,500 years later, we can't prove that we're Israelites. So who do we need to set things straight? Yahushua. Exactly. So when you look at that example right there, that alone should tell you that you can't look at somebody and tell if they're Israelite or not. You can't even prove yourself. The only thing that you can do is what? Have faith. And what is faith? Faith is the evidence of things not seen. Hope for things not seen. See, that's what's that? Hebrews 11. Yeah.
And that goes back to the scripture he first brought out about the wheat and the tares. That's why Yahushua said, "Wait till I gather them together," and bring that again if you want to. But he said he wait till he comes back and he'll separate the wheat from the tares. So that's, you don't have to.
Yeah, hold on.
That's the high priest that he's saying, because Yahushua is the only one that could come and tell who's the wheat, who's the tares. And he said that he's going to gather up the tares and put them in the barn for fire. Not the barn for fire, but gather them up for the fire.
Yeah, break down. Whatever you want. No, he's about to bring that.
Matthew chapter 13, verse start 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto him, An enemy hath done this. The servants said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
It's plain to say right there. You got that first sentence. Brother, you got any questions? You got any questions?
No.
Okay. 7.
16 and 7. This is 1 Samuel chapter 16 and 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not a man, not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
Right. Nice. Read that again, actually.
But the 1 Samuel 16 and 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel.
Now Samuel was sent by the Lord to go pick out who the next king was going to be. So Samuel was thinking, all right, well, he's got to be this big, strong dude. He's got to be handsome, probably. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said, don't look for things like that. It's carnal. He said, I look for spiritual things. All right, I'm a spiritual discerner. Like, hey, the Lord, God is a spirit. He's a man. He's a spiritual man. See? So keep going.
But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature.
So don't look at his countenance. Don't look at his face. Don't look at how tall he is. But keep going.
But I have refused him. So
he refused those people. He refused the LeBron Jameses, the Shaquille O'Neals, the Terrell Owenses. He refused those. He said, I'm not dealing with that. What is he dealing with?
For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
So men look at the outward appearance. Men look at, oh, is he an Israelite? I don't know. Is his hair woolly? I don't know. I don't know. Is he, you know what I'm saying? They look at stupid shit like that, but they don't actually try the spirit by the spirit like the scriptures say, you know? Jake is too carnal with this truth, man. That's why we're in this shit that we're in right now, because Jake wanted to be carnal with the truth when we had it. And now Jake's being carnal with it now. You know? What did I tell you to get it?
I'm building that, but you get that. Because look what happened when they had Saul. Saul was what? A tall man. He had the good looks. He was everything that the people of Israel wanted to be a king. Exactly. So the Lord gave him that on what? The outward appearance. And you see how Saul got down. So the Lord had to get rid of Saul. He rent the kingdom from Saul and gave it to David, a man that is known for being after the Most High's heart.
Yep. You know what? To even build on that, the reason why the Most High gave them Saul is because they wanted to be like the other nations. They said, we want a king like the other nations got. But Yahweh's like, what about me? You want a man over you? You don't want me over you? All right, well, here's a man over you. Have fun with this. Here's Saul. You see that? That's how the Lord gets down. Whatever folly Israel asked for, he gives them that double. Just like when they said, let Yahweh's blood be upon us. What happened? 70 AD, a couple years later, like 40 years later, huge slaughter. Hey, Yahweh's blood's upon you. That's what you wanted. Shit.
Matthew, right?
Yeah, Matthew 3 and 9. Get Matthew 3 and 9.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 3, verse 9. And think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father.
Come on. So don't just think, even if you are an Israelite, don't just think because you're an Israelite, you're all good. That's step number one. That's like high school basketball tryouts or something, man. You made it through the first cut. That's cool. You're an Israelite. All right, so you made it past the Elamites, you made it past the other Gentiles. That's fine. But that's it. That's all you got. You're an Israelite. You're not trying to be like Yahushua. You're not trying to sanctify yourself.
For I say unto you that Yahweh is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. And now also the axe is laid unto the roof of the trees.
Now you see it says there that Yahweh could raise Israelites out of the ground. Out of the stones of the ground, he can make Israelites. That don't mean shit to him. That's why the 2/3 are gonna, what's gonna happen to the 2/3 gonna happen to the 2/3. Hold that and get Daniel the 12th chapter. Get to wake up to everlasting shame. Because when you look here, this truth isn't just about being an Israelite. It's about the election. Most of this Bible is about the election. From Genesis to Revelation, it's talking about the election. So there's an elect amongst the elect. Just like when you have tryouts, there's an elect amongst the elect. Even when you look at the presidential elections, you know it's all bullshit and it's a psyop, really. But when you look at it, they have primaries, then they got this and they got that, then they got the two going head to head, then they have an election. That's how it works. So when you look here, there's an election to predestiny. There's some people that's predestined to even teach this truth and not make it. And that's written in the scriptures. That's I think that's
many are called, few are chosen.
Many are called, few are chosen. But I'm thinking about Jude. That's Jude the 4th verse actually. No, you don't gotta get it. What did I tell you to go?
Daniel 12.
Yeah, Daniel 12. Actually, yeah, bring that out. Hold